Good morning. Hope you're all doing well today. We're working on Sally Limon's custom Labubu. Sally Limon Boo Boo. Working on a macaron series, the green macaron series one. So for this Boo Boo, for Sally Limon Boo Boo, we're going for like a little shorty romper, kind of like short sleeve romper vibe is like the energy that we're giving little Miss Sally Limon Labubu. So this is how she's looking so far. And we're gonna try to finish her. So I think what I'm thinking is for now, for this session, I'm gonna finish this panel here with like an edge of smaller stones around her little sleeve. And then I'm going to try to fill in the rest of the body. And then I think what I want to do is like the bigger stones that I have at the bottom of the romper, I think I want to give her like a little cap sleeve maybe. And then that'll be her outfit. But she also has a little custom necklace, an S and a lemon for Sally Limon. Because this is going to be a gift for my friend, drag performer, superstar, local icon, Sally Limon, who I like to call Salad Lime. And that's why she has cute little lashes. So yes, we're going to try to finish right now, Miss Sally Limon Boo Boo. And then the other thing is that every so often we got to check, because it's a process, and see who's fallen off, because not everybody sticks the first time around. And we have right here, we have one that we found. So we're gonna fix that really quick. Wee. 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 Dang it, I'm not prepared. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Ugh. Can I do it? Yes. Can I? Yes. So how are we doing? Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Cute. All right. So we're gonna, and then this is the first Labubu that I rhinestoned. This is Crystal LaBeija Labubu. And she's like almost fully rhinestoned. She has like a hoodie, V-neck, long sleeve jumpsuit vibe. Kind of Elvis meets Britney meets a Labubu. But we're going to set her aside and get her out of the way so that she doesn't get glue on her by accident. Okay, so we're back with Sally Limon Boo Boo. Okay, so I think, can you see? You can see, right? Yeah, you can see. Okay, so there's a process to this, and this has been very trial and error. But I tried using spray-on adhesive. That was a little messy when you like go in sections, because then you're getting spray adhesive on your stones. So then I found that like E6000 works well. When I did Crystal LaBeija Boo Boo, I cut all her hair off to make her smoother. I did that a little bit with Sally Limon Boo Boo, but I wanted to keep her somewhat fuzzy. So what I'm doing is kind of like almost like painting the E6000 on it, and then just kind of like rhinestoning the Labubus. Oh, I'm gonna do a blue Labubu next, and I actually ordered blue Swarovski crystals to do a Swarovski boo-boo. So that's gonna be next. When I finish Little Miss Green, I'm going on to, I have a Big Into Energy blue one that I've been saving, and the Swarovski crystals should have come in the mail today. So that's going to be the next Labubu rhinestoning project. So subscribe, stay tuned if you want to see the progress. We started with the pink, Then we go to the green. That's my dog. And then next we will go blue. And then, I don't know, I might just keep rhinestoning Labubus. This is like very fun. So, okay. So I think what I'm going to do now is give her her little sleeve border around her arm with the smaller stones. And then we can fill in the rest of her little body ori ori. She's giving her body as tea. Then we can give her her body as tea body. Okay. Is the glue coming up? Yeah. The body is tea. The body is tea. Okay. Now this, we have to be a little careful with. Okay. Can you see her still? Yeah, you can see her. All right. So we're going to take the teeny tiny stones and give her like a little, we're basically connecting the back to the front. So actually I should start, no. Okay. Boom. Did you have a good weekend? What did you all do this weekend? I did some baking. I'm working on a pistachio bun recipe. Oh, how timely. I also got to go to a drag show. That was a lot of fun. Actually, Sally Limon was hosting. And what else? Got to see friends. It was a good weekend. All right, so we have our little border. Right? Now we need to paint on some more glue. And then I'm gonna keep these out in case I need them, but we need bigger stones. We need bigger stones. Okay, so ADHD. Let's paint on the glue first, and then while it's drying and getting a little bit tacky, then I can sort out the stones. So let's start with the harder part. Let's start with her side, because then laying her flat on her back to finish her tummy is easier. Get the last of the glue out of this tube. So we like paint it on with the fur. Boots with the fur. Everybody in the club was looking at her. the Labubu hits the floor. Because the Labubu got low, 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 low. Low, low, low. Okay. All right. Hi, anybody who's new. We're here rhinestoning Labubus. This is Crystal LaBeija Boo Boo, who just had a stone fall off of her. Where'd you fall off? And right now we are rhinestoning Sally Limon Boo Boo. Okay, we'll set this one aside because she fell off of somewhere and my foot's falling asleep. Ay! Okay, so we are rhinestoning a green macaron Labubu. It's the second one that I'm rhinestoning. Next, I'm going to be rhinestoning. Actually, I ordered blue Swarovski crystals for the next project. So the next project will be blue, the big into energy blue Swarovski. Ooh, say that 3 times. Big into energy blue Swarovski Labubu. I have the one and only blue Swarovski Labubu. Now this Labubu. But yeah, I wanted to do a couple of Labubus first with just like regular rhinestones before we went down the Swarovski crystal route, but I'm very excited to go to the mailroom and go get my package that has the Swarovski crystals in it, because that's going to be so cute and fun. All right, so we have our stones. You all can see them, right? Got our stones. We've got our boo-boo. We're going to keep rhinestoning. I hope you all find this as satisfying as I do. I find this oddly satisfying. And like, so I fell down a rabbit hole on YouTube of custom Labubus. There's a girl on here that dyes them. She went down a whole journey between like the, ¿cómo se dice? Putting liquid latex on their little faces so that when she would dye them, the faces wouldn't die. And it was interesting watching her go through that journey. And then she started doing like, even more themed ones, like a Taylor Swift one. I asked her if she could do a Bad Bunny Labubu, but I now realize that I should probably do the Bad Bunny Labubu because, hello, I'm Puerto Rican and I love me some Benito. I love me some Benito. I love me some Bad Bunny. I have such FOMO that I'm not in Puerto Rico right now for the residency, but it's okay. I'm going to try to catch him somewhere during the world tour if I can, because that's San Benito and we love San Benito, right? So tell me, how are you all doing? How's your day going? Are you having a good day? Are you having a so-so day? Are you having a day? Sometimes days are just days. It's a Monday. It's very quiet for me. I usually would be working, but my boss is out of town, so I get to have a little bit of time to myself. So figured I would go live and rhinestone a boo-boo with you all. Chit chat a little bit. Ooh, actually, this is perfect. I'm considering doing, I have a podcast. And my podcast has evolved over the years. It's had different forms, different evolutions, different styles. And I want to bring on a co-host part-time. And so I want to do like a bachelorette style, who wants to be my next co-host for the pod? And so what do you all think? Should I do that as like a short form content on Instagram, or should we do it as long form content on YouTube? Are you a yapper? Do you know a yapper? Have you ever wanted to be on a podcast? It's a great time to be into podcasting. I am a long time podcasting fan. I've been a fan of podcasting since Keith and the Girl, for way longer than I want to admit. Keith and the Girl has been around for 20 years, so you can imagine how long maybe I might have been listening to. It's been for a big chunk of that. And I've had my podcast now on and off since 2017. And yeah, I have interviewed all kinds of amazing people. I've interviewed people that were running for political office, authors, comedians, other podcasters, performers, burlesque performers, clowns, drag performers, all kinds of amazing people. But I would love to have more consistency and continuity with the podcast and talk more about like day-to-day stuff, not necessarily like interview guests as much, although those are fun too. Like I still want to do that, but I don't want to depend on guests as much. And I could do the podcast by myself, because I can yap by myself, but I don't know. I really enjoy conversations. Like that's what to me a podcast is. It's like you're listening into like a conversation, right? An interesting conversation, hopefully with interesting people. That's what my tagline is for my podcast. An interesting conversation between two interesting people, or between a group of interesting people. But I'd like to talk more about day-to-day stuff. And if you're interviewing somebody, then you're not really talking about day-to-day stuff, right? So, if you or anybody you know has ever wanted to be on a chatty podcast, I'm on the search. I'm on the hunt. I'm going to start auditioning for co-hosts. So if you want to be my co-host, send me an email. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me, go to sofiepod.com, SOFEPOD.com, SOFEPOD.com. That's the website for the podcast. There's a contact page, /contact. And shoot me a message. Let me know why you think you would be perfect to be a co-host for a pop culture podcast that talks about movies and music and drag and pop culture in general. But I also like to talk about things that are going on in the world, because we live in the world. We live in a world, and we are a product of the world that we live in. And so I also like to have deep conversations. So if that's something that's appealing to you, please check out the podcast Series of Fortunate Events, SOFEPOD.com. And if you maybe want to audition to be a co-host, send me an email and let's talk about it, because I want to start running a mini series on the search, on the hunt for Sophie Pod's next co-host. And look at that. Oh my gosh, we're so close. We're so close. We're filling this in. We're so close. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. You just yap a little bit. You throw some glue onto something, you slap some stones on it, and before you know it, she's got a little outfit made out of rhinestones. Oh my God. There we go. First, but you gotta shake it out, because some of these pretend to stick, but they don't. See, there we go. We got some traders in the mix. Okay. Who's not sticking around? Who's not sticking around? Let's see. What are you all saying? Let me take a minute and see what you're saying. Yes, I do speak Spanish. I do. I do speak Spanish. It's my first language, actually. I was born and raised in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Así que buenos días, ¿cómo están? Espero que estén bien. y que les guste este Labubu. It's so fun to say Labubu in Spanish. Labubu. All right. I think that Sally Limon Boo Boo, let's bring this up a little bit. Hi. Whoa. Hello. Hi. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good about Sally Limon Boo Boo. Well, for now. Actually, I don't know. She might not need the cap sleeves. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? So I'm considering taking the larger stones at the bottom of her little romper and giving her like a little cap sleeve moment. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So this is Sally Limon Boo Boo, a cute little custom Labubu that I'm going to be gifting to my friend, local performer Sally Limon. So feel free to follow Sally Limon on Instagram. It's Sally Limon, please. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. It's MeMeCherry IG. Follow me here on YouTube if you want to follow my Labubu Rhinestoning adventures. If you like podcasts, I have a podcast. I also sometimes do baking content and sometimes I do fitness content. So if you want to see some more of that, make sure to hit subscribe. Okay, I'm gonna let her dry now before I handle her anymore. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I might be back later to finish her, and if not, I'll definitely be back either later today or tomorrow to start working on the Big Into Energy blue Labubu with the Swarovski crystals. So I hope to see you all around. Bye!